The Fall of Númenor, a tale of pride and doom. Númenor, the great island kingdom, was gifted to the Edain by the Valar as a reward for their loyalty during the wars against Morgoth. Blessed with extraordinary longevity, wisdom and prosperity, the Númenorians became the mightiest of all the races of men. Their ships sailed across the seas, bringing knowledge, healing arts and gifts to the distant shores of Middle-earth. Yet, as centuries passed, the hearts of the Númenorians began to grow restless. Over time, the people of Númenor became proud, believing themselves to be the chosen of the world. Though they were granted long lives, they still feared the fate of death that awaited them, a fate that even their great wisdom could not alter. The shadow of envy and discontent crept into their hearts as they looked with longing toward the undying lands where the immortal elves dwelled in eternal bliss. In the midst of this growing darkness, there rose a king named Ar-Pharazôn, the mightiest and most ambitious ruler Númenor had ever known. Driven by pride and the desire for eternal life, he sought to expand his power beyond the seas. When the shadow of Sauron grew once more in Middle-earth, Ar-Pharazôn, in a display of Númenorian might, captured Sauron and brought him to Númenor as a prisoner. Yet Sauron was cunning and persuasive. Though bound in chains, he slowly poisoned the minds of the Númenorians, whispering promises of immortality and sowing seeds of rebellion against the Valar. He seduced the king with the lie that death was not a gift, but a curse imposed by the Valar to keep men subservient. Ar-Pharazôn, now under Sauron's sway, turned his back on the Valar and began to worship Morgoth, the Dark Lord of old, in secret temples built upon Númenorian soil. Human sacrifices and dark rituals tainted the once pure land, turning it into a realm of darkness and dread. As the influence of Sauron deepened, Ar-Pharazôn's ambition reached its peak. Driven by the desire to conquer the undying lands and seize immortality for himself, he gathered the greatest fleet ever assembled. Against the warnings of the faithful Númenorians, who remained loyal to the Valar, the king set sail for Aman, defying the ban of the Valar. In their arrogance, the Númenorians believed they could wrest eternal life from the very hands of the gods. But the Valar, witnessing this grave act of defiance, called upon Ilúvatar, the One, to intervene. In a single moment of divine wrath, the world was changed, the seas roared, the earth quaked, and Númenor was swallowed by the ocean in a great cataclysm. The once great island, with all its towers, temples and treasures, was lost beneath the waves, taking with it Ar-Pharazôn and his followers. Only a few faithful Númenorians, led by Elendil and his sons, Isildur and Anarion, escaped the destruction. Guided by the grace of the Valar, they fled eastward in their ships and landed on the shores of Middle-earth. There, they established the kingdoms of Arnor and Gondor, preserving what they could of Númenor's ancient wisdom and lore. Yet, even in Middle-earth, the shadow of Númenor's downfall lingered. The heirs of Elendil would forever be burdened by the tragic legacy of their forefathers' pride and folly. The memory of Númenor's fall served as a grim warning, echoing through the ages, that the lust for power, driven by the fear of death, would lead even the greatest of men to ruin. Thus ended the glory of Númenor, a tale of hubris, betrayal, and divine retribution that forever changed the fate of Middle-earth.
Aşnaz gimbatuk